The room is dim, only lit by a single hanging bulb above the sleek mahogany table, now covered in shattered glass, scattered documents, and a blood-smeared dagger. The walls are lined with confidential notes, blueprints, and photos of enemies crossed in red. Jungkook stands still back to the door, his black dress shirt rolled up to the elbows, a fresh cut blooming on his knuckles. His broad shoulders rise and fall with every breath, each one heavier than the last. His jaw flexes. He hasn't spoken in years. Behind him, Jimmy quietly places the tablet down. Voice cautious. We have him cornered. The man who dared to speak your wife's name. He's hiding near the door of the warehouse. Jungkook doesn't answer, just run a hand through his tall black hair. His ring clicking together. His eyes fine, dangerous, untouchable. Shall I send the orders? Evil finally burns. His stare is sharp enough to pierce flesh. Slowly, break every bone, spoil the mouse so he can confess every word he said before he dies. Jimin goes slightly and steps out. But before closing the door, she's still awake upstairs. Should I tell her you will be late? A beat of silence will soften. No, don't tell her anything. Because she doesn't need to know. She shouldn't see this monster. The room is quiet, the curtains flutter from the cracked window. The warm scent of lavender fills his face. While sits cross-legged on the bed, breathing an oversized comfort that folds over her shoulder, her cheeks flushed from the warmth of the room. She's reading a book but not really. Her eyes keep glancing at the wall. Her fingers twist red with the corner of the page. Then heavy footstep, a faint metallic ring, the sound of rain walking in skin and bones. Door creaks open, Jungkook enters, eyes lowered, jaw still clenched. He smells like danger, collagen, sweat, blood, and steel. Wine face softened instantly, quietly setting her book down. You're home. No reply. He shut the door gently but firmly behind him. His eyes doesn't meet hers. He moves to the drawer, taking off his rings slowly, placing them in a velvet-lined box. Each one lands with a soft click. Wine rises silently and walks towards him. Her bare feet make no sound against the wet floor. She pauses a few steps behind him. Softly, like a whisper, trying not to scare a wild animal, you are angry. He stiffens, then breathes. Voice low, hoarse. I told you to sleep. And I told you not to carry everything alone. That silent sentence strikes him. His shoulder falls, and without thinking, he turns around and she's there, inches away, looking up at him with eyes so full of concern it could melt iron. Ryan reaches out, placed both hands on his chest. Quite innocent, your heart's racing, gripping her wrist gently, voice like smoke. It always does when you touch me. She blushes but doesn't pull away, smiling, half pacing. Do you get this angry to protect me? Dead serious. I get this angry only when it's about you. A beat of silence. Ryan rises on her toes slightly and wraps her arms around him. Jungkook freezes that man. His arms go around her waist, pulling her into his chest like she's the only oxygen in a suffocating world. Murmuring into her ear, I don't deserve you. You don't belong in this blood-stained world. Muffled against him, then maybe I was meant to change it, one heart at a time. Jungkook pulls back just enough to look into her eyes. You are my calm, fine. When everything burns, you are the only thing that makes me want to survive. She smiles through watery eyes, then survive for me, live for me, and without warning, he leans again, presses his forehead against her, closing his eyes. I am trying, baby. Every damn day, I am trying. The night had fallen like a curtain over Seoul, thick with shadows and storms. Lightning cracked across the velvet sky as rain lashed against the John family manager's massive windows. The whole estate sat drenched in tension and silence, except for the soft sound of a door creaking open. Vine stood in the dim hallway, barefoot, her white cotton nightdress brushing her ankles. She held a small glass bowl filled with warm lavender water, and a towel was strapped over her wrist. Her steps were quiet, but her heart wasn't. The electricity had cut off due to storm, leaving the room bathed in flickering candlelight. Jungkook sat on the edge of the bed shirtless with his elbow resting on his knees. His breathing was calm, but his shoulders came off the war he had just returned from. Blood still dried on his knuckles, minor cuts decorating his temple and chest. When stood in the doorway for a moment, observing him, he looked like a god craved in pain, exhausted, unreachable but hers. She approached him slowly, the ball in her hand trembling just a little gently. You didn't even clean up. I didn't feel like it. Kneeling in front of him, dipping it out in the ball, then let me. Without asking again, Vine lifts his injured hand. The knuckles are raw, spread open. She begins gently wiping them. Her touch, feather light, the scent of the lavender fills the room. Raindrops taps like a heartbeat against the window. Jungkook watches her in stunned silence. Her heart is bent. Her finger works with presence, dabbing the dried blood away. She's not asking questions, not accusing, just caring. Low, quiet as if afraid to shatter the moment. You're not scared of me. Softly, still focused on cleaning. I'm scared for you, that's worse. Jungkook's jaw clenches. Vine moves to clean the gash on his shoulder. She taps it gently, and he clenches so slightly. She stops, almost whispering, sorry. Shaking his head, voice like, no, I should be the one saying sorry. She looks up. His eyes are on hers now, and they are not cold, they are burning. For all the times I pushed you away, for all the times I made you feel like you were alone here. Vine bite her lip, trying not to cry, quietly like a confession. I don't know how to show love, all I know is warm. Placing her hand flat against his chest over his heart, then let me teach you peace. Jungkook closes his eyes like her touch is holy, and in that moment there is no mafia empires, no blood, no pain, just two people learning how to heal together. The two of them lay in bed, side by side under thick quilts. Only one candle burns now. The rain has softened but hasn't stopped. Jungkook has his arms around her waist, protective, possessive, but not in control, in trust. Whisper into the silence. What happens to you before all this? He's quiet for a moment, then he speaks. My mother died when I was 8. She was poisoned by someone inside our ranks. My father became a monster after that. Trained me like a soldier, no love, just duty. Pine turns towards him, eyes glassy. I had to kill my first enemy when I was 15. He begged for mercy and I gave none. Pine doesn't speak. Her hand finds his, squeezes it. His voice trembling now. I thought if I stayed hurtless, nothing would hurt me. But then you happened. Silence. Eyes on her. You hurt me because I care. Whisper overwhelmed. You can trust me, Jungkook. He leans in slowly, eyes locked, and in the softest voice he's ever used, you're the only calm I ever know. Ryan places a soft kiss on his breast knuckles, and for the first time in his life, Jungkook sleeps, not as a mafia king, but as a man, held in love. The clouds from last night's storm has cleared, revealing a soft blue sky over her, and the mansion grand backyard glistered under the sunlight. Wet leaves, fresh petals, and the gentle hum of birds fluttering about. Vine stepped into the garden barefoot, her white maxi dress brushing the dew-kissed grass as she wandered through the roses. A raised, peaceful smile sat on her lips. The silence was comforting, like a moment that belonged just to her. In her hands was a small pair of shears and porcelain ball. She wanted to cut a few lavender stems for her bedroom. Something about that scent always calmed her. She reached out down towards the thick base of a lavender brush, too deep, and just then snap. Sharp inhale. A thorn from a rose bush nearly had sliced a deep cut into the pad of her thumb. The blood pulled fast, cuts against her pale skin. Quietly to herself, it's just a small cut. She tried to wipe it on the edge of her dress, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. Her brows frowned, and she took slow step back towards the house, holding the ball awkwardly. The room was dark and luxurious, lined with black wood, leather chairs, a wall of security monitors, and low jazz playing from the record. Jungkook was in the element, suited up, sleeves rolled, papers and instructed files open in front of him. His whole facet was back until a buzz from the intercom. Mad, worried voice through the speaker. Sir, why madam is pleading her hand. The words were unfinished. Jungkook didn't wait for more. He stood up so fast the chair slammed against the wall behind him. Ryan had just entered the back hallway near the garden. The bolt clattered as she sat it down, still trying to press the wound with the edge of her dress. Her eyes widened when she heard footsteps heavy, fast, echoing across the marble floors in sharp panic voice. Where is she? Over there, near the garden. He found her within seconds. His voice sharp but low. What happened? It's okay, just a thorn. I didn't mean to cause a fuss. Jungkook's eyes zeroed on her bleeding finger. He took her wrist gently but firmly and looked at it. His jaw clenched, his fingers trembled slightly. His voice dangerously calm. This is not just a thorn. Jungkook cutting in, voice growing darker. How many times do I have to tell you not to touch anything sharp? Do you know how many enemies I have? How many people want to hurt you? And even now, even my damn roses are doing it. I saw surprised at his intensity. I don't think it would. Pulling her close, suddenly eyes closed. You don't think at all. She flinched slightly. Jungkook stopped. His anger wasn't at her, it was for her. He took a deep breath and softened his grip. Quiet now, tortured. I'm not angry with you, I'm angry because I can't handle when you are hurt. He gently scooped her into his arm, bridal style without another word, and walked swiftly towards the bedroom. He laid her down on the edge of the bed, knelt in front of her like a devout knight, and took a first aid box from the drawer. With slow hands, she cleaned the wound, blowing softly on it. Then she winced, blushing a little, watching him. You didn't have to carry me like that. Yes, I did. You just pretend it doesn't hurt otherwise. You really overreacted. I'd burn this entire mansion to the ground if something ever happened to you. That made her go quiet. She stared at him, his furrowed brows, his clenched jaw, the way his hand trembled while putting on the band-aid. He really meant it. He finally looked up, sighing softly. You terrify me, you know that. I thought I was supposed to be the one scared of you. You used to scare me because I didn't know how to love. Now you scare me because I finally do. He leans in, his forehead resting against her. The breath was shared, warm, safe.
for